Welcome to another edition of my weekly trades analysis. This week, Robinhood has been very volatile. In today's video, I will show you my entry points and exit points for all of my trades. Let's talk about July 5th first. I traded Apple, AMD, and Robinhood. Robinhood was one of my best trades for this week, and I'm going to show you why. On August 5th, my Robinhood trade was a very quick one. I am very glad that's the way I did it. August 5th, I got in around 9:32, and everything happened in that 1 minute, and I even doubled my size. My first initial price was $61.88. Then I doubled my position when it was $64.64. I got out around $64.95. All right, so it opened low in the beginning, but I felt the buyers, they want to come in. There's this wick right here, and the volume was still pretty good. And I felt that buyers came in, and it pushed higher. You wanted to reject this candle for the second minute. It didn't do that. But the second volume was very nice. And I saw that, and I got in very early because I was trading on interactive brokers, and I was using a 30-second time frame. So some of the prices I see right there, that should be the price I get. And all of these things you see right here, that's the real time and the real price that I got. So I got in around $61.88 right here. Then it was moving really quickly, and everything happened in that 1 minute. And the buyers came in, and I immediately bought more, but my price wasn't very low after just a few seconds. It was 64. It was actually pretty high already. It was trying to push, and with this kind of momentum that, I knew that it's either going or not. So once the wick was coming down, I said I made money, and my size was pretty big, and I did not want to wait. You see that? If I waited for another minute, I actually pushed all the way right here. And that would have been bad for me. So I got out, and I'm really happy I got out. And I got a big chunk of it. I got about 6%, and that's double of my size. And that is really great. It was very fast, and my strategy was that buyers came in, and if buyers were there, they wouldn't have waited. They would just buy and buy. You would have pushed it higher and higher. So the next trade is Apple. I got in around 9:47. I got out around 9:50. So 9:47, I think I got in pretty late at this wick, the high wick. Right there, at the time when I was looking at it, actually it was green. Obviously, you see that it closed much lower, and eventually it went back up. But I saw that sellers, do you see those wicks right here? So that's what worried me. First of all, if you look at it, I was trading counter trend. What made me go long was because I thought that 9 EMA and the 21 EMA was about to cross each other, and that's how I felt I should do a reversal trend. I had my stop very tight. So I got in right here, and when this one at 9:50, when it didn't go again, I got myself out. That it was a very bad decision. It rallied and rallied right there. Sometimes you get it right, sometimes you get it wrong. Let me show you why the same thinking works right here as well. The next trade is AMD right here. I got in around 9:51, and I got out around 9:54 right here. And it was short position. I had a small loss, but you will see why. I got in around 9:52, 9:51, 54 seconds. Obviously, I wouldn't short it right here, even though, it's a downtrend right here, but I wanted a confirmation. This red candle happened right here. That was my confirmation that I should go short, and I did. But when I shorted this, it didn't go. You see that? It kind of had this breakout, like down south. It didn't go. It tried to break right here. It tested this breakout. It was a fake breakout. It didn't happen. I got myself out right after that, 9.54. So obviously you see right here, it didn't happen. That would have been bad. I would have a bigger loss right here because I didn't want to take that because it was downtrend. So my thought it was, if it wants to happen, it would happen already, and it didn't go. So I got myself out again. If I had waited, my stop would have been right here before the previous high right there, but that would have been bad because this would have taken me out unless my stop was above that. So basically that my view was correct. Downtrend is going to continue, but my timing, the way I traded it, it wasn't good. It wasn't perfect. And the next trade, let's go back to August 4th, right here, everything. I traded AMD, GM, and Robinhood. Let's talk about this stupid Robinhood trade right there. It was a winning trade, but it was one of those very, very bad winning trades that I did. Can you believe that? I got in around $58 around here, man. And I thought it was going to be very volatile. And because, if you look at it, the previous day that Robinhood wasn't that active. But this day, August 4th, it went up for the first 2 minutes, it went up 10%. I was worried. But I should have known that when stocks, they go, they really go. I should know this, and I knew it. Because it was too volatile, I got scared. And it was a full size. I made a lot of money, but I could have made a lot more. I only made $1 from 58 to 59, and the high is 85. What a mockery right there. But anyway, so that was my bad winning trade on Robinhood. Guys, don't make this mistake, okay? I keep on telling you guys that if it runs, takes half profit, you still have some buffer, right? Let it run. I would have made a lot more money, a lot more. All right, now let's talk about the next one. The next one is AMD. All right, AMD wasn't perfect either. I still got in early, but I got out too quickly. I got in around 9:33, and 1 minute later, I got out. And I had a small loss right there. I had my view correct, but again, the timing wasn't perfect. I got in around 9:33 right here, but my price was very high, and I guess my stop was too tight. Right here, this wasn't very bullish. This is like a dojo candle. It wasn't that bullish, so I was a little bit worried. I thought the momentum was gone. But it pushed up, then it pushed down right here. So when it pushed down, I lost my confidence right there. I didn't like that rejection right there. So when I saw that my profit was in the red, I got myself out. Obviously, I was wrong. Even though this is very bullish right here, right? But when I was trading it, actually, you can see that, there's a wick right there. So because my price actually is lower than this, so I got in higher there, I got myself out right there because I was losing and I didn't feel comfortable with this dojo. At the time, the volume was higher, but it was red at the time when I see it. So eventually, I didn't wait long enough. I like this first candle. Sellers came in, but buyers won. Again, buyers, they won this completely, the second candle. The third one, that's the time I got in. And when I was looking at it, it was healthy. But in the end, it became a dojo candle, so I wasn't sure already. Though the volume was right there though. So the next one, I got myself out. And usually if I have a smaller size, I do a little bit better. I did not do it very well with this full size right here. The next trade is GM right here, and it was a short position, and it was a losing trade. But I had a very tight stop, so I guess it was okay. I got in GM around 9:35. At the time, when I saw it, it was a better red candle than what is showing now. So obviously, if you see something like this, what would you do? Are you going to do a counter trend? Maybe, because this candle right here, it was kind of like, the buyers, they were trying to get back in. But I think I still want to go short. And it went back up, but the sellers came back again. I had more confidence. Now, the next one, you see that? I think I got rejected right there. And that's the time I got out. Eventually, it went. It wasn't the downtrend I was looking for. I was hoping this momentum would keep going, but it didn't. So I got out. Right now, let's look at my nightmare. I traded OTlK, SPY, and a WHLM. Let's look at OTlK. Short position, got in 9:59 and got out 10:29. Let's look at it. right here, I thought that it tested this high, the momentum was right there, but it got rejected by this big bearish candle. And then the buyers didn't come in, and I felt that I should go short. But eventually it didn't go. It grinded slowly back up, and I was losing confidence. You see that? When it was right there, 10:29, I lost confidence and I lost my patience. Because at that time, my SPY wasn't doing very well. So I sold my positions. Eventually it went. Can you believe that? I got out at 10:29. 1 minute later, it gave me this. And that would be another confirmation. I would have waited just for maybe 30 seconds more. So that's why I think August 3rd was my nightmare. The next trade is SPY. My SPY, it was a very bad trade because, like I said, my size was too big. I think I went the wrong way. SPY opened high on August 3rd. It was going down like crazy. Again, you got another confirmation right here, 21 EMA. That's what I said. It doesn't work 100 times. 21 EMA. And the 9 EMA is going below. So downtrend, obviously, right here. I even waited this small correction right there. And when I confirmed with these two bearish candles, I went short right there, 10-10. I think my reasons are pretty good. There was a lot of volume right there. So I went short. It went a little bit. It got pushed back. This should have been my warning that, buyers came back. But I didn't want to admit my loss. So I waited for about 10 minutes when I lost all of that. And it just went back right after my entry point. It was a horrible entry point. But what I did right was that I got myself out of there. Otherwise, I would have taken all of this loss right there. So this one, the size was big, and I had a huge loss on this one. But the last trade, WHLM, I had a pretty good trade on this one. WHLM, I had a long position right here. I got in at $6.67. I got out around $7.32 right there. It was really beautiful. I think I captured almost all of it. As you can see right here, confirmation right here, bullish candles, opened super high, but it got rejected. Correction right there, small correction. Tested this support right there. Then this bullish, very beautiful bullish with volume, lots of volume. It's worth to take a risk. I went in $6.67. Look, a beautiful next one right there. Next one. It's just going up. It's just going up. And I let it run. I didn't take any position off. When it was around 9:56, 9:55 right there, it was kind of like, the steam was running out. Then 9:56, I wasn't confident anymore. My exit point was at 9:56. I got out at this candle. All right, August 2nd, I had 3 trades. SPY was a good trade. NIO, it was a good trade. And IWM, it was a stupid trade. I made money, but again, it was not smart. This is SPY. I went short because I think this looks like it's going down, and I like these candles right here. So you had this short correction right there. I traded at VWAP right there. So 10-11, I went a short position because this VWAP is acting as a resistance right there. 2 minutes later, 9 EMA and 21 EMA, they crossed, and I did not feel comfortable at all. I felt a short uptrend would come. And I was right, I wouldn't survive this. Eventually, my direction was correct. I didn't regret that I made this good decision. Now, next one, it was NEO. You see that this is at 9:47. What do? Obviously, long, right? There's no reason to go short. Bullish candle, look at the volume, higher and higher. Very strong reasons. Even though you got corrected right here, but it was to be expected. It's okay. I took that because I had my stop all the way down here. So it went up more around 10:30. It's still going right here. You see that candle? That worried me. This is what I was seeing. This is what I was looking at when I was trading it. You had this very nice uptrend right there, but this candle at 29, it kind of scared me. Next one, it formed this dojo, and the next one, 31, I took myself out because it didn't feel comfortable. It went higher a little bit more, but eventually it went back down. But I guess it was okay. You can never capture everything. Of course, I think this move, all of that, like almost like, 70% of it, and I think that was good enough. So this was a very good trade. But the next trade, It was a winning trade, but it was a stupid trade. It opened high, sellers came in, but buyers were stronger. They pushed it higher. So I got in at 932. It was like really, really high. But this candle and this volume scared me. So I got out immediately right after that. So that's it. I made a profit, but it grinded higher. I only captured the first 3 candles. So that was a pretty dumb move. Anyways, I still made profits. So the last trade, it was on July 30th, and it was a short position, and I got in 10.18, got out 10.26. It was NEO. It was a losing trade, but it was a good trade. Sometimes losing trades could be good trades as well. This is the time when I got in, when I shorted NEO right here. You know, for the first hour of the session, it was rallying. I wanted to do a reversal trade. Right here, I got in because I saw these bearish, candles. I thought the uptrend was over. Then this green candle took me out. I always have a trailing stop, remember that? And it stopped me out. Eventually, it was just like going sideways, not too much going on. And it was Friday, and I wanted to do something else, and I had a losing trade. So I was like, it's okay. This week, overall, I'm still okay. Thank you for watching. That's all of the trades I did this week. And if you like what you see here, hit the like button and subscribe. This is Grant. Trade and invest responsibly.